Welcome to the Scienscope booth here at IPC Apex. I'm delighted to be joined by Danny Lumbreras. He's the sales manager, I believe.
Yeah, national sales manager.
National sales manager, that is, for the Scienscope range of equipment. Now, Danny, I think one of the unique things with Scienscope is that you are probably the only company in the component management space that manufactures all of your own equipment.
All the systems, yeah. So we basically say we're one of the main manufacturers that manufacture all the component management system. Mm-hmm. So we have our smart racks, we have our incoming material stations, we have our component counters, and normally people are trying to buy them separately from different manufacturers.
Yep.
We're one company and we sell them all.
Yeah, and obviously making all your own stuff, everything integrates easier and
correctly.
better.
Yeah, seamlessly.
Right. So we're standing here in front of the latest machine from Scienscope. It's the IMS-200.
Correct.
And it's a little bit of a game changer because it really knocks out 3 or 4 steps in the process of incoming management of materials.
Correct.
So take it away and tell us a little bit about how this system works.
Yeah, so basically we we bring in a whole tray of, not tray, but a trolley of reels. Mm-hmm. Coming from a manufacturer, coming from a supplier like DigiKey, Mauser, some of those big names. They send you 50 reels of components. You then put them onto this trolley, you load it into the machine grabs it, places it onto a conveyor, goes through. Is not only during that time that it's placing it on the conveyor, it's still checking the information, the manufacturer barcode, the MSL level, the lot code, the date code, all the important information that people right now are doing data entry on. Takes that information, sends it to the material management system, whichever system it is that they're using, goes through, checks it, places a label, comes out of the end, but now with the newer system that we have, we're actually picking that reel back up and placing it onto a trolley again.
Right.
So now we're removing the fact that you have to eject. Now it's getting ready for another cartridge to be pulled out. Now your operator comes, or if you have an AGV, it links right up, grabs the trolley, takes it out. Now it takes it to where you're going to store your system, whether it's a rack of ours or whether it's a storage tower from somebody else.
Right. So how many steps is this taking from the process of introducing materials? It's taking, first of all, the person who loads the materials onto the system. That can be done automatically.
Correct.
It then takes them in to inspect the existing label,
correct,
which was done manually before.
Correct.
It's then checking it's then applying the new label.
Correct.
And then it's taking the place of the person who used to check that the new label was applied correctly.
Correct.
And then it's taking it out the other side and from the person who was unloading the system.
Yeah.
So that's like, what, four different operator steps?
Yeah. And that's where 4 different people were.
Wow.
That's 4 different people.
Quite incredible.
Yeah.
So, fairly straightforward job. So that frees these people up to go and do other things in the factory.
It allows you to reallocate them to another job or another location in the company.
Right. Fabulous. So, I mean, how affordable is it? I mean, is it something that, from an ROI point of view, that companies that are, say, tier 1s, tier 2s, tier 3s could all afford to do? Yeah,
definitely. We've had companies, tier 1s, tier 2s, and tier 3s find an ROI within the first year.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. Yeah. So, what's the future for this? Is this the future going to be that it connects to a storage tower or something like that? Or?
So our future with this, it's really not certain because we are trying to integrate and always move forward as far as technology-wise, as far as automation. Currently, right now, we actually have a customer that's looking to add a component counter in the middle of this.
Right.
So essentially, now we're going to have the incoming material station plus another function of component counting.
Right.
So being all 3 in 1, just imagine how much that's going to remove from.
That's going to be the next step. Yeah. And of course the component counter is made by yourself as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So integrating that's going to be the next step, and then presumably into storage tower.
Into storage towers.
So eventually you're going to be automating the whole process from goods inward.
Exactly.
Which is huge, really.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're the only ones, I believe, that we're going to have, again, all the systems to one.
Right.
So my one engineer will be the one guy that you call.
Right.
That you need to call in order to fix anything.
Yeah.
Or just update any updates or anything like that.
Well, this is certainly an industry first, and I have to congratulate you on that. But I believe you've already sold some in the field already.
Yes, we have sold quite a few.
Really?
So we've sold the later models, and before even this release, we sold 3 or 4 of them already.
Right.
So, and that was just with videos. It wasn't even with, it's just the knowledge and from our past, what we've sold in the past, the older ones. With this new one, I mean, because of the automation, because of what we're capable of doing, the customer trusted us 100%.
Right.
And purchased them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it certainly makes a lot of sense. It helps, you know, as I say, to reduce the number of operators that can be then used for other things in the factory. And congratulations on that. So, thank you for showing it to us, and we'll look forward to seeing the next step, I'm sure.
It's always a pleasure.
Maybe later in the year.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Thanks, Danny.
Thank you.